Hello everyone, and welcome back to Proton. I think I might have found a little graphical glitch. Yep, I think if I go in F5, well, I think it's the ladder. Hold on, let me break the ladder and see if that fixes it. Nope, it's just something about, maybe it's the hopper. Oh no. But yeah, welcome back to Proton. In the last episode, we did get the kiln working, and that fire down there mostly stays stoked. I still haven't adjusted the timing, because I'm recording this right after the last episode. Hey, look, a slab. So let me just put that ladder back down. I did adjust this too, and make this look a little nicer so we can throw stuff in there easier. So in this episode, I want to try and make Soulforged Steel, and also look into brewing, because we're probably going to have a lot of time spare, because we're really close to Soulforged Steel, because I already set up the cauldron and crucible. So the first thing we need to do is something where we can take this accidental planter, put it on here, and after a bit, it turns into a vase. And after a bit, the vase will turn into... I don't know what that one is. I think that's what we need, actually. Yes, this is an urn. So we need urns, and this is where it gets kind of grindy. We put that in there. Eventually, it will turn into an urn item, but you have to mainly do them one at a time. And I think the more fire you have under a kiln, it makes it faster. And that's why I have 3, because I think 3 is the maximum. Oh, see, that's the stoke fire just went out, and it has to start all over. So that's why you want to keep it perfect uptime. But I'm not sure how feasible perfect uptime actually is, because it's really hard getting those timings right, and even when I did it in my test series earlier in this year, oh darn, it keeps doing it. Don't tell me it broke now, because we did get the crucible to cook just fine. I don't know, I think there is a bit of RNG for how long it stays stoked, like a variable of like, you know, 4 to 8 seconds or something like that, so sometimes it will fade quicker than... Ah, darn. I don't know, this is really bad though, it's not cooking the little urn in time. Come on, you can do it. Don't make me look into timing. I have to look into the timing, don't I? But we need the urn, and once we get the urn, this will work. Pretty sure I do this, it's just gonna... Yeah, that's way too fast. Oh! That might have done it. Yeah, I think I might have fixed it. Oh, that's fortunate. So we have this urn, and it doesn't show anything for it. Okay, yeah, there's the recipe. Okay, there we go. So, uses. You can make a void urn. Apparently, you can use it to make nether spores to turn netherrack into nether growth, but we also need mycelium, so that's probably never going to happen. The main reason is we need the soul urn, and that's how you get Soulforged Steel. You need iron and coal dust. I did also make coal dust. I didn't remember to note last episode, but yeah. So we go here. We made an urn, but the thing is, we're probably going to need a lot of urns. And the thing is, I also do not remember how exactly to make soul urns. I think I know how, but I'm not confident. So the thing is, I can't remember which it is, because I think what you do is you make hellfire dust. Well, we already did that, but I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do. So if you take this and put it below the filter topper, and you throw in ground netherrack, to make hellfire dust, I think that's how you get a soul urn. That's not a soul urn, is it? I can't remember if it's a chance or if you throw in hellfire dust. Well, that didn't work. So, I don't know. I don't want to waste all the ground netherrack because you know how nauseous that is to me. yeah, that's all. This is the part where it's confusing because NEI does not help you. Because if I look at the thing, it says filter output and you throw in a soul urn to get a soul urn with an urn below it, which is not correct at all. So maybe it is the other way around. Maybe I put that in there and I throw in the soul sand. Oh wait, I think that might be it. Maybe I have it in here? I'm pretty sure it was in the bottom anyway. I don't know, I can't remember what's where. And that's gonna be the hard part, because now that we have the soul urn, or the ability to make urns and soul urns, if I remember how, we should be able to just go right for Soulforged Steel. I just can't remember the process, and the progress guide, or the progression guide, didn't say any more than this, and JEI doesn't show anymore, and I cannot remember the proper way to do this. I feel like there is something about just making the Hellfire dust itself, though, because I remember we had a whole bunch spare. I don't think this consumes it. Maybe it is just a chance thing. I don't know. It's just, I cannot remember how to do this, and the guide didn't specify anywhere. So I guess this is where we'll leave it for now. Just leave the stuff down here even. I don't know, that's all I can do for the moment. Actually, hold on. I'm just going to pause the video and look this up to see if I can figure out what I need to do. So, one moment. Okay, so I looked it up and I think I was doing the right thing. I just might not have been doing it enough. So, in the old version, you put the urn in here. In the new version, I think you put it below. But it said make some. And it also said to make sure it's powered, so. Oh, I saw it. There we go, a soul urn. So that's why I needed so much of this. I don't know how many you need, but I guess every time you do it, it fills it a little. Or you just have to spam it. I ran out of the stuff, so I can't do it anymore. And I don't want to grind more right now. But off camera, I guess I'm going to have to excavate, like, you know, the entire nether. Anyway, why'd I come up here? We need to go down here. Well, unfortunately, I can't do everything I wanted to this episode, but we can put this in the crucible, and the flames do now seem to be permanently stoked, so that's awesome. And there we go, Soulforged Steel. Now, I think that did turn back into an urn, or it got deleted. Yeah, I think it turned back into an urn. Just leave those there. Okay, so we got our first piece of Soulforged Steel. Now, what can we do with this? Absolutely nothing, because I only have one. Well, I could turn it into nuggets. Sorry. There is something I can do. Also, that's how you make pipes, but I want to make an anvil. We just do not have nearly enough stuff to make an anvil. Apparently, I also can make pipes. Cable recipe. We can make the spear hook launcher. Now, remember this was disabled because it didn't work, but the recipe's here, so I think it works. If not, we're just going to probably crash the game, which is not a good thing, but I'm willing to take that risk. At worst, I just have to redo everything I did in these last few episodes. But this is also how you make the tools need the anvil. And the reason this is, or the end game of this mod pack kind of disappointed me, is because all this stuff is optional. Like, none of this stuff is needed. And I can't remember how I do this. Okay, I need scoured leather. Okay, so I take leather to a millstone. And yeah, so the thing though is Soulforged Steel, it's cool and all, but it takes so much work. You need to mine so much netherrack, you need to go through all the stuff with the urns, and you know, it's not that tedious, but it's the equivalent of diamond. I could just strip mine and get diamonds, and they're pretty much like the same thing. I think this might have more durability. I'm not sure if they show in this. Yeah, they don't show that. Darn. But, yeah, so let's try making the spear launcher, because this is the only hook launcher I believe that's available. If we just go back through the mods like this, I might pass over it, because if I remember right, it is the only one of that mod. Like, the thing Proton does sometimes, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's the only advanced hook launcher. There's also these mechanical booster rails and some other rails, But we need hemp rope and I think I'm who's it. Yep. Guess I'll just take geisha. But yeah, Better Mods does, or not Better Mods, Proton does something I like, which is where it will use a mod, but only one thing from that mod. Like, the Advanced Hook Launcher is the only hook launcher. The Steel, or Soulforged Steel Hammer is the only hammer. So that way it makes it more exclusive and really tailors it to the mod pack and this whole progression. It's just, there's not a lot of stuff to do with your fancy new tools, or fancy new toys, whatever. They are tools. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's still vanilla bosses and stuff, and I get it's supposed to be vanilla-like, it's kind of disappointing I don't have, like, a new thing to do besides the Ender Dragon, just to have not diamond gear. It's pretty much just gray diamond gear. I don't know. So, if I go like this... Now, I'm not sure if I ever used this before. This is probably something I should have tested before I made it in an episode. Now, I use other mods like this, but I don't think I ever used this one. I don't know how I dismount. Well, this is an unfortunate way to end the series, stuck to a tree by my own hook. Okay, so if I left click, it releases it. If I right click, it will pull me to it. I just can't figure out the right combination to Yep, that is a problem, alright. I don't know how to undo this. First, I can't remember how to make the Soulforged Steel or the Solar, and now I can't remember how to undo a grapple. I'll figure that one out off camera. That was embarrassing. But that is still a cool new toy. I just don't know how in the world to use it properly. Also, can you set up hemp rope? Nope. Yeah, I don't think you even use it to make climbing rope. Oh, you do. I thought it would use the string to make a climbing rope. That would have been awkward. That the hemp rope doesn't actually make rope. Or rope exists in the mod pack and it doesn't use hemp rope. But they thought of that. Okay, so... next thing I want to do... is set up some brewing stuff. So, I want to automate it a bit with hoppers, because I actually never done that, and it's really simple to do. Makes me wonder why I never done that. But the thing is, I can't really make use of the brewing stuff. I actually didn't show you last episode, or didn't show in the last episode, but I kind of set up this area with the intent of brewing. Yep, that didn't go well, but I have some vials here, my water source here. In retrospect, why did I make an infinite water source? I only need a single block for brewing. I might correct that off camera, although I do not have an infinite water source in the house, which might be worth having. Nope. Can't get to go on top of the brewing stand. Not sure what's up with the hitboxes. Yeah. How do I place it through the brewing stand? Well, the only other thing to do at this point would be, there we go. I guess I have to target lower. But now we can do brewing and, you know, put the stuff in here so it automatically goes through. It's just that I don't have any nether wart because I never found a fortress. So I guess what I could do now is go to the nether and take this new grapple and hope I can remember how to work it. This seems like a recipe for disaster, but I kind of want to do it. And I feel like people watching probably want me to do it as well. So I'm going to go do that. So we'll head to the Nether and just explore around a bit real quick to see if we can find the fortress and Nether warp. If not, we'll probably just end it there, because I don't want to mine a whole bunch of netherrack right now to make Soulforged. Let me just do that, actually. Yeah, I already cut one, so I think actually instead of looking for the fortress, I'll mine netherrack and we'll make the anvil to end off the episode. Well, that took a lot of time. I don't know how long I just spent, but I spent a while preparing everything, and while I was at it, I looked into the hook shot, so I now know how it works. So as we figured out, this is to reel it, but that is, or left is to throw it, and right is to reel it. But I couldn't forget to get dismount. It was drop. I just didn't think to hit drop when I was using something that operated with left and right click, but it works. So the actual thing is, left is hook, but if it is already hooked, it's loosen. Right is pull. And drop is unhook, but it also is reel. I don't know how you're supposed to reel it without unhooking, though. I don't know. But there is one thing I did see, though, which, that's the wrong one. So let's say I want to do this, and I want to get up on this tree, but I can't right now. But if I'm reel it in and then push drop, then I get a little bit of a boost. So I kind of messed up there, but I don't know. You should be able to use it to jump up on things. So yeah, I figured out how to use the hook launcher there, which is a pretty cool item. Although I already used a good bit of its durability because it doesn't have a ton, so I don't know. But hopefully Soulforged Steel will be less of an issue because, oh wow, it finished. So I want to actually grab some of my netherrack. So it doesn't look like I have an auto netherrack, but I went to the nether and made a little quarry. I thought I saw a creeper out there for a second, but it's just trees. So if we come down here, you'll notice it's a little different. So I knew I needed a lot. So rather than just have the one millstone, I revised this whole setup here. And that's not all I made. But I want you guys to hear how ridiculous this setup is. Let's just do 3 in each. This is what I was listening to for like 10 plus minutes. But I already put a lot in here, and I also prepared some more urns. Yeah, that's really annoying. I don't care if I'm wasting progress halfway, and that's just so annoying. But yeah, I changed it all to hoppers because I couldn't get water to work once I changed this around. And I had to move this over here because it blocked where the ladder previously was, but I just did that. It works. I could... Maybe once I get pipes, I can actually put a pipe into the hopper and move the chest up here so I don't have to get in the hopper to collect it. And as for the siding, I just did this. I'm not even sure it's needed at this point because there's so many other machines around. It even worked without the stuff on top. I don't know. But, yeah. So, that took a lot of time, to say the least. So, if we take this stuff out, I don't know how many it is to make it solar, though. So I want to try testing that out now. So I feel like it's going to be either 16 or 8. Okay, it worked with 8. So if 8 works, what if I try 6? I probably should look up closer to that. Oh, 6 worked as well. So... 4? Why is this working so easy now when I had so much trouble before? Like the first time when I was trying doing this, I did throw a good bit in, just not this much as once. So if 4 works, what about 3? Okay, 3 does not work. But now if I throw 1 more, will it? No. If I throw these 2, will it? Yes? Huh. I'm not sure if it is just random or you just have to throw so much at once or how it counts it. But 4 was working, so let's just keep trying 4. Yep. I just wish this was a little lower so I could, well, I had to put it under. I don't know, I just wish the flooring was different so I could more easily collect and throw. Okay. But it does seem like 4 is working, so I guess I should just quickly make these all into soul urns. Actually, I think I'm just gonna do another little cut. I mean, I cut so much in this episode. It has like 3 different recordings actually to it. So I'll just cut till I finish off making all these soul urns, or making all these urns into soul urns. Hopefully I don't lose many in the process. Any fall down here yet? Nope. Okay, so, yeah, give me a minute, though, and I'll have all these into soul urns, and actually, while I'm at it, I might as well start putting these in here so they start cooking to Soulforged Steel, because I already had that set up, too. So, let's make a bunch of Soulforged Steel. And that is the last of the Soulforged Steel. So, that went surprisingly well. I actually thought this was going to be a lot harder than it was, and maybe that's because when I did the test stuff before, I might not have done this right. And, oh. Well, that's another way not to do it right. Guess I should just put this down here so I can throw the stuff in here, because I don't know where... Does ground netherrack even have any other uses? No. I think you just make it, and it has no use aside from that one recipe. That doesn't even display properly. But, yeah, so... before when I did it, I'm not sure if I figured out you only need to throw 4 in at a time, so I might have wasted a lot of ground netherrack, you know, making more of the hellfire dust at a time than I needed to make a soul urn. Because I remember having a lot more hellfire dust, but I just made 20 Soulforged Steel with only a stack and a half of hellfire dust, and that seems like, based on what I did earlier in this year on the test world I made, that does not feel like the right ratio, or this feels a lot less. So, I don't know. I remember I didn't even make that much Soulforged Steel stuff just because it was such a pain to get all the netherrack, but apparently I don't need nearly as much as I thought. So we come down here, or up here, and is it like that? There we go. I actually don't know where to put this. But this is the steel anvil. Now, recipes. There we go. So you can make a lot of things. A block dispenser, a buddy block, a block detector, and this stuff. But you also need the armor plates, which need leather straps and padding. Padding is hemp cloth and a feather. Hemp cloth is hemp fibers. Okay, let's see. Not sure how that got there. You also can make mold. Okay, so pretty much, you know how we make the sidings and stuff with wood? This allows you to do the same for stone, which does open up some more building possibilities if I ever want to. Like, I think there were a few things where I wanted stone. I think upstairs around the water for the brewing, I wanted to use stone, and I couldn't. So maybe I could do that now. Unfortunately, though, it isn't stone slab. You can't do a slab, which is really disappointing because I like slab. You also can make chain armor, I believe. Yep. Don't know what that is. But, yeah, we can make the armor, and you can make the tools. You also need to have to make them, though. And you also can make broad arrowheads for broad arrows. A chopping block, I don't know what that does. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, the battle axe. That's actually interesting. So the battle axe is just the better sword. It's 10 damage. Actually, how do I make this? A leather strap, a slimer glue, and a molding. The glue is made of leather, so I don't think I have enough leather right now, or I do that right now, but that is something we can do in a future episode. Anyway, I feel like this episode probably went on quite some time. I have a lot of stuff to do off camera. I probably will make some more Soulforged Steel, looking to getting the stuff ready for armor and whatnot. And of course I have a lot of stuff to sort about now as well. So yeah, but we pretty much reached the end game of Proton now. As I said before, it's not that complex of a mod pack, or the tech in it isn't really like tech. It's not like say like thermal expansion or such. There is a tech and a whole progression and this whole axle power system, but I don't think there's anything else we really have to make. Maybe one thing here or there, like there was the block detector and stuff. I'm not sure if that even needs power from this or if it's something else. I don't know, I never looked into it much, but this is the end game stuff. Getting Soulforged Steel is the end, and aside from that battle axe, I think it's pretty much just on par with Diamond. And there's not really much to do with it aside from just go to the vanilla bosses. So I'm not sure exactly what I want to do in the future episodes, but there is still more I would like to do. I would like to, you know, make some more of those armors and such, or at least try and get full Soulforged Steel armor, maybe the battle axe or something like that. And maybe the hammer, although that's kind of grindy. I don't know, we'll see. And there is other mods in the mod pack too, like there's the new potion stuff and the new bow stuff from Bullseye, potions from, I actually don't remember the name right now. That's embarrassing. Oh well. You get the point. So if you have any suggestions for what you want to see me do, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, this has probably been quite a long episode, or at least there's been a lot of... I don't know how long it is because I had to stop the recording a few times, so my timer for the I have isn't up to date. But oh well. Hopefully it was an enjoyable long episode if it did run long. If not, ignore this part. But I have a lot of stuff to work on off camera and a lot of stuff to be editing now. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you want to see next in Proton down in the comments, and until next time, goodbye.